Hello. Today I'm going to talk about healthy coping mechanisms. When I was very young, I grew up with a lot of people who did not make healthy choices about, dealing with the problems of life and dealing with stress and failed marriages and problems at school, problems with work, problems in relationships, and they turn to some rather unhealthy ways of coping. But for me, I turned to art and writing. And now, being much older, I've had a couple of my stuff published, my writings, a poem and a piece that I wrote about my brother. And I can thank me for making the choice very early in life that I wanted not to be like the rest of the people I knew. And I think in society, a lot of people kind of turn that way and they don't really think about how it's harming them. And it can harm other people that they love, their loved ones, their kids, their wives, their husbands, their partners, your job, opportunity, anything. And it makes you see a part of yourself maybe that you'd rather not see. Um, and I saw lots of that. But I was very young seeing all that. I was the baby of the family. Everybody was older than me. My brother was much older than me. And I was the baby, and all around me I saw these people that were very unhappy and very disconnected from themselves. So I learned to be that way. Even though I did not do what they did, I internalized a lot of it. And I suffered a lot in life. But now that I'm in therapy, and I've learned to love me, love myself, forgive myself for making whatever decision, for regretting certain things. Things that were the most important. Looking after me was the most important thing to me, and it still is now. But back then, I didn't know any better. So I think that a lot of people get bogged down with reality and they don't cultivate a healthy belief in themselves and their abilities. And a lot of people don't even believe in a higher power. They're atheists. They don't believe in God. And to me, that's kind of sad. A number of years ago, I had a near-death experience. And it changed me. Oh, totally, totally. I didn't do it right away, but in time I was able to change my life around. I started exercising. I started drinking lots of water. Previous to that, I never took a drop of water. Getting adequate sleep every night, tiring myself out so I could sleep. And I'm still working on it, but it's sort of maintaining a distance to what I call reality, the constant striving, the working harder, I have disabilities, and for me, it's really important to rest and to cultivate quiet time. When I'm quiet is when I get my best inspiration, or when I'm painting or drawing. Picasso said years ago, when he was alive, that inspiration finds you when you're working. And it does. For me, it does, anyway. So, these people, when I grew up, I saw, when I was young, I used to put certain people that I knew on a bit of a pedestal, and I idolized them. And then when I grew up and I was an adult, I saw that they had some pretty big flaws that they weren't aware of. And I kind of started to chip away at that idolatry of them and see them as human beings with good points and bad, yin and yang, healthy and unhealthy. And in time, I started to realize that my worth was dependent on other people telling me that I was good. And that was wrong, because your worth does not come from external words, even from people you love. They cannot make you happy. Only you can make you happy. So don't look to anybody for happiness, because you won't find it. You've got to find it within yourself. Sorry, my hand's shaking. You've got to find it within yourself. When you find it within yourself, and you find your own worth, your self-worth, confidence is not the same as self-worth. Confidence can be what you show others, but self-worth is something that they can't give you, and they can't take away from you either. And now, at my age, I have it. I wish I would have had it long ago, but that's okay. I have it now. And no one will take that from me. Even if, I'm penniless, or if I am alone, I have no friends or whatever, I still have that. That's mine. I can share it with others, but ultimately it's mine to keep. So think about it. What worth do you feel about yourself? Because I'll tell you one thing. You don't have to do anything to be worthy. You are worthy because you exist. You are here, and that makes you worthy. Have a good night. Take care.